Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Zekeism podcast with me, Zeke, and
Look,
there you go.
I needed a prompt. I didn't realize I was supposed to say something.
I'll get you trained one day.
Okay,
Yeah, welcome back. What's that?
In with the jab. You said you got to start on a jab and end on a jab. Here we go again.
Well, I could agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong, wouldn't it? But welcome back to the podcast. Thank you to anyone who listened to last week's episode. Really enjoyed last week's episode. I think we both did.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, that was good.
I was signaling. I was egging you.
No, I thought it was good. I enjoyed. We have these conversations anyway, so just getting them recorded and hopefully other people enjoy them, I think is nice to talk about. Plus, it gives us a reason to talk about the stuff we talk about anyway.
It really was a natural progression because, like you said, we just talk about this. We shoot the shit usually anyway, just about this stuff and whatever's in the news and stuff. So, yeah, no, I thought it was really good. First episode, really good. There you go, big-headed. But no, it was really good to sort of convert. It was mainly a focus about Doomsday. Let's be honest. I forgot to intro that at the beginning. Go, by the way, on the show today, we're going to be talking a lot about Avengers Doomsday. It's not always going to be like that. So hopefully this now establishes the bit by bit. I think week by week we'll establish the framework of this podcast a bit more. I think is probably the way it's going to go naturally.
Well, you know me. I'm as long as I'm enjoying myself, I'm happy. And yeah, I enjoyed last week. And let's see how this week goes.
I'm going to try and limit the Marvel news on this one, just to not be such a repentant shill who just completely repeats week after week. It's like, oh, it's the Marvel podcast, huh? But I could talk about it all day long if I wanted.
Well, we want to be broader than that, don't we? There's more of a subject matter there. There's lots going on. We do love film and TV outside of Marvel, so yeah, it's good to talk about forever shows. And I watch a lot of stuff you don't watch, and equally you watch stuff I don't watch. So sometimes it's a learning experience.
And I think that will come up later on, actually, weirdly, with what we've got. But on the show today, I think I'll go through a brief run through I've got written down for me. We're going to talk about some items in the news this week. It's been, quite a big new week for news in the television. That might give a clue as to what we're going to talk about first. We'll go on to what we've been watching over the last week. I think there's a big series finale that we've both watched and caught up on. So really going to wax lyrical about that one. I think there's a couple of things that I've seen you haven't and you've seen I haven't. So we'll converse about that and see what we both think and whether we could sell the other on the other. And then it's been a weird week, a weird couple of days for trailers release. So we'll discuss some of the weird and wonderful trailers that got released over the last 2-3 days. And then we're going to finish with some sort of game. I think that probably would, nice light way to finish. We can sort of do a gentlemanly handshake over the interweb.
Well, let's see. I think I was 5 for 5 when we played this before, so I've only got myself to.
No, we haven't played it before.
This is a different one.
No, we haven't played it before.
Okay.
We did do a dry run through that didn't record, and we didn't. No, that didn't happen.
Don't ask me the same questions on that dry run that didn't happen.
Okay, I won't. So yeah, I think that's a good sort of run through for what we're gonna do. What we're gonna talk about. We're gonna, like I said, shoot the shit on. You ready, Zook?
Yeah, let's go.
You ready? Say you're ready.
I said, let's go.
Look, tell your face you're ready.
I'm here. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Welcome back. It's the news, and I suppose the top news item this week has to be the return of Jimmy Kimmel to the airwaves, ABC, and whichever way you want to look at it, or whichever side of the aisle, which I hate that phrase, but side of the aisle you sit on, is it Disney curtailing or is it Disney welcoming him back? After a stark apology. I don't really care either way. Background to this story: obviously, last week Jimmy Kimmel said something on his show along the lines of he alluded to the fact that the shooter of Charlie Kirk, the unfortunate assassination, wasn't from the left or was part of the MAGA crowd. Essentially, was what he was saying or was alluding to. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, I think that's what you're saying. I was very unclear. I watched it once or twice, the clip of them saying the question. I couldn't say I was particularly offended. I don't know, but equally, did it have a place on the show? I don't think so. Do you know what I mean that like?
No, no, I don't think it did. But then, well, look, I'm very torn on it because, like I said, I did a video on my channel, obviously, with it, and I sort of said, I he's there to tell jokes, and so there should be no target off limits to tell jokes about. The problem
Yeah.
is he's historically only told jokes about one side of the aisle, and that's why he potentially has got into the hot war he got into last week. Obviously, there's a conspiracies about Nexstar being the company needing the FCC's approval. They're in line with Disney. Disney's trying to get in with Trump because of, they're a business, and
Mm.
so you've got the backdrop to bending the knee to the president. Blah 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 blah. All politics, all boring, all whatever. Either way, you had a company like Disney who's historically left leaning bowing down to the FCC, especially after the FCC chief, who was named by the president as to be the head of the FCC, saying basically he was going to take Kimmel off the air because of it. It's all whatever
But I think
politics
you hit the nail on
rubbish.
the head right there when you said you got into the nuts and the weeds of a political debate breaking out over a comedian. That's when you know that things aren't quite right in the environment. And I mean, for years now, the entire late night scene in America has been nothing but politics content, politics guests, politics. I just tire of it myself. Even when a star stands up at an award show and gives you an opinion, it's like, go away.
I'm
And I
same as
just want to
you.
be
I
entertained. I
don't.
just want to be entertained.
Yeah.
That is it. And I don't find them entertaining anymore because it's all politics all the time. And if anything, the last 10 years have made us all very tired of that. It's the one subject that we're all very
It's
tired of.
got to be honest, it's exhausting. The politics infest. I remember back in the day. This is going to be sounding old, as of course I am. Um, Politics was the most least interesting thing you'd hear that day. What was going
Yeah.
on in the political sphere. Nowadays, it seems like for some people, most people, it seems like it's the first thing they do in the morning is wake up, check the news feed for what their side of the debate is doing,
Yeah.
has
Their
said,
side.
has
Yeah.
acted, what the other side has done that's going to knock them off first thing in the morning, and then that obviously festers a culture which is just angry, 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 and it's so exhausting. It is, and genuinely as a parent, it's that environment festering it for sort of the I don't want to say the next generation, but like it's concerning where this leads to. And I think 3 weeks ago is probably as a result of where it ends up. It's just everyone's got to dial down the pressure cooker, just
Well,
turn the dial
well,
down and just
I tell you what, like, how many times do we reminisce not about, oh, do you remember when we used to play Knockdown Ginger or play football after school? Those nights we go, do you remember when everything was apolitical and it was taboo if you was any name or celebrity or anything but beyond being an actual politician to make your leanings known publicly and then support those causes and bang the drum as much as possible. Like I miss those days, honestly, because I watch you for your talent and again that entertainment factor, not to support your cause or not to. Do you know what I mean? I don't care what you do. I just want you to be good at what you do and then not tell me what to do.
it's just a fun. It's a really sort of I don't know. I mean, we are talking about a late night comedian here. That's
Yeah,
that's the
but
that's
but
the
that
weird
goes back
thing.
to what I said. That's the problem.
Yeah,
That a
and
joke has gone political. That it
for
shouldn't be
for
that way.
for the better part of a decade, he has been a late night comedian for only a certain amount of people. And like I've said in my video where I made for the channel, he was someone I considered actually the funniest late night comedian. I know we don't agree with that, but I found him the funniest of all the American. And we get these secondhand, by the way, because we had to watch YouTube to sort of see clips and because we don't get late night comedy
I
over.
don't know if I don't
We
agree with
barely
you.
get any comedy in the
I
UK
don't.
anymore. But
But I don't know if I don't agree with you because I think I tend to say I don't think any of them are funny. I
oh yeah,
never
there
really
you
have
go.
been.
Yeah, but there you
Um,
go.
since
And
since
why would
Conan
you?
re- since
Because
Conan retired to podcasting, I couldn't say
yeah,
I've been too interested in any late night shows.
and why would you? Because like I said, they don't tell jokes about everyone. It's only certain people, and that's off-putting. It's like, well, I don't want to hear what you think. I want to hear a joke
Yeah,
about whatever, a case in point, and this isn't me picking targets at random. I've paid attention the last couple of days, obviously, with Jimmy Kimmel returning last night, 'cause we're filming this on the Wednesday, in America. Did he? And I'm not poking fun necessarily, but Kamala Harris is currently doing a book tour.
I've seen some
There's
clips. Yeah.
there's a lot of material there to work with, right? And that's a very much a left story. I mean, she's picking fights with all the people in her book that she was on the side with during the election. So there's a lot to mine with in terms of joke material. Me and you could probably come up with a couple now. Not that we
Mm.
would, but you know what I mean. Like, and that those jokes haven't come from any of the late night hosts in the last couple of days
They are
whatsoever.
spending their time promoting it, if anything.
Well, if I haven't seen her or anything, but she may well have. But the point is, like, there's
She was, is it Colbert or Seth Meyers? She was on one of them. She
oh,
was
was
on
she?
one of
Okay,
them.
fair enough.
Yeah.
But I mean, what was any? It would have been a semi-serious interview. It wouldn't have been a.
That's what I'm
Isn't it
saying.
weird? Isn't it
It was a
weird
serious,
that
yeah.
whatever it's just one of those situations where I'm just like, if you're gonna uh, back in my day again, which was like comedians would take aim at everyone because you want to tell jokes and you don't want to. But nowadays it's so
Well,
slanted.
nothing
It's
was
so
off limits, and that's
exhausting.
supposed to be the comedy thing, isn't it? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
saying
just
I'm a Joe Rogan shill, or even sometimes I think Ricky Gervais probably could have done without saying some of the things he says, even though I'm a massive Ricky Gervais fan. But it's there, it can say it. Just like you say, it's got to appeal to everybody, and that's kind of what you're looking for. You're looking for a broad audience.
I just it's tribalism to the point of, I mean, ridiculousness. I think that's where sort of my point of view is. So anyway, like I said, Jimmy Kimmel's back. Disney have sort of seemingly. Last week it was we must not annoy the FCC. This is what the perception is. The optics are. Last week it was Disney doesn't want to offend or annoy the FCC because there's business interests in mind. Over the weekend, obviously, a lot of Hollywood types signed petitions, cancel Disney Plus, all that sort of stuff. And you'd think they probably weighed up the options and thought, you know what, we can't risk annoying some people we need to work with for financial reasons. So it actually makes sense from the wallet this week to bend the knee again to Jimmy Kimmel, bring him
Yeah.
back on, and we had a talking to with him, and he apologized and so forth. And to be fair, I mean, I've seen a lot of reviews today about what he did last night in his
It doesn't
monologue.
sound like he apologized.
Well, actually, I thought he actually did in a weird way. I thought he actually seemed quite contrite. I mean, he did sort of immediately follow the apology for what he said with an attack on Trump. So he had his
Yeah,
cake and ate it, which is like okay, fine, I sort of see. But I thought the apology about what he said was quite sincere. It seemed quite sincere.
mm.
But that
But
was
I
me.
think
Other people I've seen online today completely disagree with what I just said, and it was just like he just doubled down on what he said, and I'm like, I don't think that's necessarily true.
well, that's how I interpreted it.
Yeah, but that's probably what you read. Did you watch it?
I watched clips on TikTok.
Okay, well that's
So
you didn't watch it.
it's not
You
the
didn't
full
watch it then.
clip, it's
So
some
you didn't
clip,
watch
and
it.
yeah, it looked like he doubled down to me. But again, not the best source material there from Zook.
No, I'd
So
say
but I
yeah,
think
yeah.
with Disney, I mean the moving marker was probably, I believe I saw it said that they lost 4 billion off their stock value.
I think yeah. I don't know the exact
Do you
number,
know what
but
I mean?
yeah,
And
there was
that
some sort of drop in their numbers. Yeah, yeah, for
tends
sure.
to be the mover of decision makers. Do you know what I mean? Is when that sort
Mhm.
of thing happens. So, but either way, I mean, I don't have an issue with any Jimmy Kimmel type or Seth Meyers or anyone. It
It's all if they're funny, they're funny. Yeah.
just leave out the politics. That just gets,
And can
yeah.
you imagine right now if one of them decided to go sort of down the middle and started being a bit more fair and balanced in terms of their targets?
I
I think
think they'd soak up a
I
huge
think
audience very
they'd do
quickly.
gangbusters, wouldn't they? It'd be incredible. But yes, it's very funny. But I did see today, funnily enough, Disney put a press note out saying like they've had one of the biggest jump ups in subscriber counts in since Disney Plus launched or something like that. And you're like, yeah,
Well,
because a load of people
people,
cancelled over the weekend, so it's like a suspect number. It's
yeah.
like a skewed. Oh, look how great we're doing. You're like, no, because people dropped you at the weekend because you dropped Jimmy Kimmel. So
Yeah, but when you cancel your subscription, you still have the days remaining on your subscriptions. How many really did
I
leave,
don't
if you know what
know.
I mean, to then join back up again? It's kind of a resubscribe, if
I
anything.
don't know. I don't know what their motivations were, but
But
look, they're a business. They're gonna do whatever makes them the most money. They're not virtuous. They don't care about anyone or anything. My wife's a big Disney fan, but look, they are a corporation at the end of the day. They're going to do whatever they need to do to make money. That's their job. That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Anyway, we'll move on. But light fare to start with. Speaking of Disney, we'll follow on. Apparently, Disney uh, reportedly have made over the last 15 years through shooting films in the UK $2.2 billion in the tax credit system that the UK government has for now
Mm.
has. It's called blah blah blah. I love the way we label things in this country. The Audiovisual Expenditure Credit, or the AVEC in the UK, which gives studios a cash reimbursement of up to 25% of the money that they spend here in terms of production costs. So if Disney have made, they've made $2.2 billion back, that means, how much did they spend here in terms of production costs over that? You'd equate that to what, $8 to $9 billion
Billion,
they've
yeah.
spent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a chunk of change that the
Um,
UK government have paid up to Disney, but we would have
I
recouped money in terms of laborers being charged, and obviously they get taxed. It would have been sort of techies, stage hands, no, like ADs, any production assistants, catering lorries, all the other stuff that goes into all the staff that go into production. I mean, they filmed it was 15 years. So Guardians of the Galaxy they filmed here. They filmed Doctor Strange here because I know my friend worked on them.
thought Dark
Uh,
World, wasn't it?
Thor: Dark World is true. They also filmed
Spider-Man.
Age of Ultron, I think, was filmed here.
What's the Spider-Man that were in London, weren't they?
Far From Home. Yeah, yeah, Far From Home.
Far From Home, yeah.
And then you've got the recent Snow White, which obviously isn't nothing to write home about, but the recent Snow White film that came out, they filmed here quite a bit. Oh, the
Yeah.
Maleficent films they filmed here because again, I know someone who
It's not
worked on
just
them.
Disney though. There's a fair few companies
Oh yeah,
that
no,
take advantage of that.
Disney are
Do
the
you know what I mean?
biggest
But
beneficiary. Yeah,
yeah,
Disney are the biggest beneficiary of this scheme. But yeah, other studios film here, like
I mean,
Wicked,
there's been a couple of Fast and Furiouses over here, haven't there? There's
Fast and Furious is Wicked. Both Wicked films have been filmed here, and they've
what was
they've
that?
done
What was
quite
that
well.
film with Idris Elba and John Cena?
The recent one
Well,
on
that one was
Prime.
the Prime Minister and one was the President.
I
Whether that
know
was that
so
was,
I know
that
someone.
was I never
I
watched
know
it,
someone
but
who worked on that film, and they were very like, you're not gonna believe it when it comes out, and I'm like, what? And he was like, you're not gonna believe it, and so yeah, I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, that must be what he was talking about.
yeah.
But yeah, so
But
yeah,
yeah,
so
that,
I've, you know,
it's good though, isn't it? It's good because
I
a
think it's
we're British anyway, so it's nice to see. But equally, it's nice to get out of that sort of LA American backdrop sometimes. And Britain does have a lot of historic places that you can film around. Also, we've got quite a mix of weather these days. You know what I mean? It's not just the
mm,
rainy and cold that historically people think it is. It can get top warm in the summer, it gets snowy in the winter. It's literally all four seasons in a single day sometimes. So you do get that kind of mix of backdrops, I think, a bit more over here than you maybe would in the American West.
is that a Greenpeace call to arms from you? You going
What do
all
you mean?
environmental on me?
No,
We get
generally,
all the
it's not.
seasons here now.
You generally, no, but we generally do. I mean, this morning it was sunny.
Hmm,
Then it chucked it down. Then the sun
yeah,
came back out. Then it got super windy, and then it got super cold.
yeah.
And that's where we are right now. It's very cold. So there's literally spring, autumn, summer, and winter in the space of 12 hours today during the hours of daylight. So yeah, it can be like that in this country. But I mean, it's a side piece.
Very
I'm more
changeable.
talking about like there's the filming locations as well as the backdrop if you like that you can naturally get here compared to I think like say the
Hmm.
American West where historically a lot of things have been filmed for what as 100 years cinema's been around.
Yeah, we've got a great film and TV industry here. We have, and I think depending on the outlets that are reporting it, they're saying like basically these bonuses have propped up the British film industry, and obviously they have because they're big Hollywood productions that come here. I think some Bollywood films get filmed here as well, so they probably benefit from that tax scheme as well. But for
Yeah.
the most part, I mean, the President Trump is trying to negate that now because so many studios are coming here filming their stuff. They're now one of the tariffs he's introducing is anything not filmed in America will get fined
Yeah.
when they go released in
Yeah.
America. So he's trying to put a curb on that and trying to prop up the American film and TV industry as a result of them going elsewhere. So it'd be interesting. I know you don't particularly find this. I find it interesting the sort of studio moves. They'll film anywhere if it's cheaper and they can do what they need to do. So, but apparently the UK government looking to cut that scheme.
Well, that just seems like an own goal. because it
Does
not
seem like a
only
massive own goal without being
because
too
it's
political.
not just the film and TV industry, which, like you say, you're the part interested in. It does promote this country quite a
It does.
bit. You know, when you
Absolutely.
see
100%.
when you have a hit film set in somewhere like England, you know what I mean? That's what they think of. They go, "Oh, I'd like to visit that country because I'd like to go to that place and stand that place." I mean, it's Instagrammable for one. Do you know what I mean? In this current generation, but
I
equally, like I say,
agree.
you can go there and stand there and see the things, and particularly if you're around London, where a lot of that stuff is set. You know, it's yeah, I think it's a bit of an own goal from the British government to
No, I
then
agree
take that
wholeheartedly.
away.
I think it's taking away jobs, obviously. That's work for that they would be getting receiving tax back from. Jobs, obviously, as a result. It's yeah, like you said, promoting the country in whatever sort of fashion. But it's just yeah, I just think it's weird. It's a weird move anyway. But yeah, I found that story more interesting than maybe other people did. But yeah, another news story. Speaking of Disney, this is the third one. Poor Tom Holland got a nasty injury on the set apparently on Friday. Received a mild concussion, or he's in concussion protocols. I don't think he's that bad. I mean, I saw tweets on Sunday, Monday saying like pray for Tom Holland, or like online people. Oh, I hope Tom Holland's all right. Please, please God,
Yeah,
I
that's a
hope he's
little
all
bit
right.
silly.
Saturday night, he was hosting a gala charity event with Zendaya, so I think he's okay. I mean, it was so I think he's okay. So but I think he's taking some time off just to make sure he's right. Concussion protocols being what they are, especially if he's insured, they've got to, follow the book, followed by the book.
Yeah, I saw some news around it, but I wasn't quite sure what the injury was. My presumption was it was mild, just because I didn't see what it actually was. But I was aware he'd got injured.
It was in
But he's obviously,
Glasgow because they're filming up there at the moment, but
yeah. But
yeah,
you see him
nothing.
in the clips. You can see he's doing a lot of, was it what the zip lines they attach him to? Do you know what I mean? To make him look like Spider-Man when he does the jumps and stuff.
It's
So
cool. We haven't seen that
you,
for a
you,
while.
you can imagine something maybe went wrong. He hit his head on something. I don't know if it's a concussion, but I
Well, they haven't had
presume it's
that.
fairly mild. But
Yeah,
concussions can
but
go either way. I've had a fair few, if you couldn't tell
yeah.
from listening to me sometimes. But
Mm,
the mildest ones can actually turn into the worst ones. I mean, do you
mm.
remember when you made me hit that corner of the chair that time when we were younger?
Don't know what
2 weeks
you're
in
talking about.
hospital.
Don't know what you're talking
Anyway,
about.
but yeah, so the milder ones can end up getting worse. So I'm sure some time and recuperation, he'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, I think he's okay without speaking for him or no speaking under. Watch tomorrow. Me be wrong. He's out for 3 months or something with something severe. But the sound of it, I mean, if he's out hosting a Carlo event on the Saturday, I think that's a good sign that it seems to be a mild thing, and this is all just precautionary, time away. But I mean, Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man Brand New Day, is shaping up to be good. They've cast Tombstone, who I know is one of your favorites. Looking at your blank
Easy.
face now, your gormless face. Yeah, you know
Is
Tombstone.
nope. Who is Tombstone in the Spider Universe?
He's minor. He's a minor villain. But it's another villain added to the film. There's a
Tell
lot
me
of rumors around.
what's Tombstone's powers?
He's very strong. In fact, I think he's bulletproof.
So he's Rhino.
Yeah, more or less.
Right, okay.
But
Yeah.
he hasn't got a rhino horn in his head.
He's got a tombstone instead.
No.
Why is he called
Think,
Tombstone?
think Solomon Grundy.
Okay, well the Batman is he Batman?
Yeah,
Solomon Grundy?
yeah. Think
Yeah.
Solomon
Okay.
Grundy. That ilk, but a mobster, Solomon Grundy. I think that's
Okay.
probably an apt description. Actually, I think I've just nailed it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
They're really packing this film full of villains then.
They're packing it full of people. They definitely are. We've got
You got
Tom Holland.
Scorpion, haven't
We've
you? I
got
think you've
Scorpion
got
in there. Forgot
Michael
about him.
Keaton.
Yeah.
Is Michael Keaton due to appear reprising
Not
his
that I've
role?
heard of. I haven't heard anything about Michael
Oh,
Keaton.
okay.
And
I
the
thought
last time we
it
saw
was
Michael Keaton, remember, was in Morbius.
okay. Well, no, I always think back to the last scene at uh, the
Homecoming.
first Spider-Man, yeah,
Yeah, Homecoming.
Homecoming, where it is obviously the prison scene with Scorpion, the
hmm
guy with the Scorpion tattoo from Breaking Bad, forget his name, and Michael Keaton
Yeah, I
at
can't
the
remember
end.
his name. Yeah, I can't remember his name. But
Good
yeah,
actor
he's
though, good
he's
actor.
he's back as Scorpion. We've got Mr. Negative allegedly is the villain of the film. It's
Okay,
strongly rumored that he's going to be the villain of the film. No idea of casting just yet. Stephen Yun was strongly rumored for a while, but I think that's gone cold. So I'm not sure who's playing Mr. Negative, if that is the villain, the chief villain of it. But you've
it
got
is a good
Hulk in
bit of
there, you've got Punisher, and you've got Spider-Man. You've got Sadie Sink potentially playing Spider-Gwen, who I know is one of your favorites as well.
it is a deep cut. If you've got all these people popping up, and some of them are crossovers from, say, the Daredevil
Mm.
universe, which yeah, you've got a big fandom for.
Fingers
Um,
crossed.
I'm not even talking about Daredevil. I'm thinking, do you think Kingpin pops up?
I would honestly, I would something my
If
pants if
if the way they're shaping things up, it almost feels like he
it would
should
make a
be
lot of damn sense,
somewhere down the
right?
line.
It
You know
would
what I mean?
make a
Like,
lot of damn sense, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but allegedly, no, he's not going to be in it. Vincent D'Onofrio, he's not going to say he's definitely going to be in it, but he's strongly intimated that he can't be in it for contractual reasons. My only questioning of that is obviously Sony are in charge of the Spider-Man rights. So they would, in theory, own the rights to use the characters from the Spider-Man universe, which would include Kingpin,
Why is he an Echo then?
because it's a TV show. They don't own TV
Oh, so
rights.
it's
They
for
own,
cinema
yeah,
only.
cinema
Right,
only.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. Surprised they haven't put Spider-Man into a TV show then just to do away with this. Like,
because the rights for Spider-Man would be cinema only.
yeah, but that's what I mean. Couldn't they not use him in a TV show?
I believe they had to sign a separate deal to have him be in Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame
Yeah, that
because
was a
they
free
aren't.
film deal,
Because
wasn't they?
but they aren't Sony films; they're Marvel Studios Disney films, and
Yeah.
the Spider-Man films are technically Sony films. Sony distribute them. They take the bulk of the
Well, I
you
know I
know
can't get
the
them on
box
Disney
office
Plus,
rights.
so yeah,
Yeah,
that
they
makes
do
sense.
distribution rights all with Sony, so they're all on whatever Sony streaming services that I see on the PlayStation, Sony Select or something. Uh, you can get it on there, and then they pop it around. The various streamers they do in this country anyway. Pop it around the various streamers every now and then because again, Sony hold the distribution rights. So
Hmm.
isn't business fun? You can't just have the collection of all the Marvel Studios films in one area.
No, it's frustrating. Well, you've seen so many other characters and franchises amongst
Mm.
the Marvel family coming back over the last decade, and the one
And
that you'd
gonna
you'd
come
really
back
like to see
more. Yeah,
permanently, and the amount of times I want to sit down and honestly watch one of the Spider-Man films that have already come out.
yeah. But you don't
Then
know
I
where it is.
can't because either I'm not signing up for Now TV because I've got other streaming sites I
Yeah.
watch, and then equally I'm then not going to pay to rent the thing because I could get it free if I wanted to by renting a Now TV cinema package or something. Do you know what I mean?
But also, you don't
So
know where to look because it might be on
uh,
Netflix, it might be on Prime, it might be on. I don't think it'll be on
yeah, yeah,
Paramount,
yeah.
but it might be on Disney for that month, and then it might go somewhere else. They pop
Couldn't
it
say I've
round.
ever caught it when it is on Disney personally, but yeah, I see what you mean.
It's appeared a couple times on there, and then like you said, it's blinking, it's gone, or they're gone.
It's a
Very odd.
shame.
Yeah, they're always on iPlayer though.
It's a shame that you almost need to go the Fox or Fantastic Four route and let Disney bomb the hell
Just
out of
the
it. But he's a
well,
big enough name; he'll always draw some money. That's the thing, Spider-Man. So I couldn't see that they'd have to
Sony are
really make a
never gonna get.
terrible few films to bomb that character for Marvel
Disney
to
have
build
got
it back
more
up again.
chance buying Ghostbusters off of Sony than they have Spider-Man. No way. They're not letting that thing go. Even though they've had bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb with their offshoots, Madam Web, Morbius, uh, Craven the Hunter, of course. Don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I was half tempted to, if I'm honest, just because of Aaron Taylor Johnson, who I
I
do
like that
really like
guy,
as an
but the
actor.
film's dog shit.
But that's what I heard, and that's what
Yeah,
put me
it's
off.
terrible. We
Um,
should do a shit list of all the offshoots, the Spider-Verse films and how, the ranking which is the most
they've had some good casts, but the films have been
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, the film's bad. Yeah, terrible. Terrible, terrible executions. Terrible. And not that they have great ideas in the first place,
Well,
but we've
tell a
seen
lie,
good
actually.
films from terrible ideas. So
I said good cast, and I mentioned Morbius.
oh, you're not a big fan of the Jared.
Is anyone a big fan of Jared Leto? Somehow this guy gets work.
Apparently, he's
Side topic, I'm sure at some point, but
he's
I
in the new
mean,
Tron film.
again, I was surprised Disney worked with him for a Tron film.
The box office projections are not looking good, but
I'm
they
not
never do.
surprised.
They never do for a Tron film. I can't believe they've done a third one. It's crazy. I'm a big fan of the Tron films and the universe,
Yeah, I
but
like Tron.
no one
I like
else
Tron.
seemingly is. It's a weird niche
I think it's the
universe.
it's the it's the 5-year-old in me that loves neon lights. Do you know what I mean? But that's in all of us. I mean, which
In
is
all of
like
us, love a
so.
neon light.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
no. Anyway, getting back to it, yeah, Tom Holland's injury is a.
yeah.
I'm sure it's not going to be a massive impact on anything.
I'm sure. Touch wood. You can hear me touching wood. Oh, that quote's not going
Can't.
to come back to haunt me. But you can, You can, hopefully, yeah, like I said, it's a storm in a teacup, and he's fine. But yeah, good luck, good get well soon, Tom, and looking forward to the film. So I thought we would go through. Well, there's been quite a few trailers released over the last few days. So I thought, well, have you seen them first of all? And then we'll talk about sort of our overall impressions. I mean, the first one is the weird as hell, weird as ass Anaconda trailer. Jack Black, Paul Rudd, thoughts?
Interested me. I like the combination. Equally, when I first saw the title, I presumed it was a snake film. Obviously, it is kind of a snake film by the looks of it, but no, no, I'd watch it. It looks interesting. I'm a big Paul Rudd fan. Jack Black, not so much in his latter years, but
Yeah.
in the 2000s, I was a big Jack Black fan. So interesting to see what the film's about. Really, I'd watch it. I might not pay to go see it in the cinema, but certainly when it comes to streaming, I will be all over that.
Yeah, an Anaconda is a film, a song, or a Saturday night, right?
I don't know what to say about that, but sure. I get 1 out of 3 references there. I mean, but yeah, sure.
Don't worry, it's fine. Yeah, no, it looks looks like a weird as hell
Made yourself
film.
laugh.
I did make myself laugh. I love to make myself laugh. The premise is basically Jack Black and Paul Rudd are big fans of the original Anaconda. Which, by the way, have you seen the original Anaconda? You must have done. Everyone has.
Years ago when we were younger, like
Jennifer
not
Lopez, Ice Cube.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, like
bizarre.
early 2000s, we must have watched that.
I always remember it in the video shop as like a rental, Blockbuster video sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah, Anaconda being there prevalently in the 90s. But yeah, no, it's
Blockbuster video. That is a deep cut.
it wasn't even a Blockbuster. I think it was the local.
It was the local shop that had videos up on the shelf, didn't they? We used to
Yeah.
rent
It was
pay-per-views from and stuff. Yeah.
We did indeed. So yeah, they're big fans of the original film. They decide to remake the film, is what I'm gathering from the trailer, and then they find a real anaconda in the jungle.
Yeah, yeah. I'm interested.
Comedy ensues.
It's more the yeah, but it's the combination of the two characters I'd be interested to see on the big screen. What I say, I've already said I'm not going to see it in the big screen, but you know what I'm saying. I'd see a film with those two in it. It's an interesting
I think I'll see it in the
concept.
cinema. Yeah, I think
I
I'll see it in
think
the
I think
cinema.
you do. It's always that, isn't it? Like you get a concept of an idea and then you structure a story around it. And I'm interested to see what it'd be, but I wouldn't go to the cinema to see it. But I would certainly, yeah, when it comes on stream, Amazon Prime or something, I'll be all over it.
Do you know what? I think you've hit the nail on the head there because for me, what's missing in the cinemas is comedies. And we need actually comedies in the cinema to make money. Can you think of the last comedy that was in the cinema?
Daredevil. No, no, Deadpool. Sorry, Deadpool.
Oh, how dare you? But no, technically was a comedy, but
What's the
superhero
how dare
films
me? Sorry,
aside,
what's the how dare me? The
you know
Deadpool,
damn
the
well,
Daredevil
you know
reference.
damn well,
The Daredevil
you know
reference.
damn well what you said.
Oh my God, Daredevil's not a comedy.
Exactly.
It's about an insecure Irish descendant who lives in New York.
Ignore it.
Yeah,
Ignoring
Deadpool
Zook
was a comedy.
on
That's the last
three.
one that pops into my mind straight away.
Yeah, that was a
Um,
comedy, but it was superhero films. I mean, they're all sort of, like I said, they
yeah,
touch
it's
the
not quite
comedy
a comedy.
genre
Yeah.
by default, apart from the Dark Knight ones. But
When was the last time Will Smith did Will Smith? Will Ferrell, sorry, did a
Will Smith ain't making anything
well, it
wrong.
wasn't even a Will Smith. I called him Smith there. I don't know where that came from. I was thinking of Will Ferrell. But
Keep my
Will
wife's
Ferrell did a sort
name
of like,
out.
do you remember the old Blades of Glory, Talladega Nights, all those great films where it was just, I don't know,
Exactly.
improv and I don't know, Anchorman 2. I mean, that's nearly 10 years old now at that point. You know what I mean? Like, I generally can't remember the last time a good comedy came out. I think the studios stopped taking the risk. How many reruns do we get, or reboots of certain things, or
Hmm.
sequels and the fifth film in a series and stuff of the same thing? I mean, how many Fast and Furious are there now? They're on 12, 20? Let's just keep going on. How many
Well,
Transformers have we had now?
yeah, no, but that's
Michael Bay
I
is
mean,
insane.
well, that's the thing. I mean, comedies. I mean, they don't get respected by like people at the Oscars either, in terms of like award recognition. Garnering box office is obviously the crucial thing that they want to invest in. But it's a lost art form. Going to see the cinema, see a comedy. I remember some of the best films I've seen in the cinema have been comedies. I remember like
The other guys is the most fun I've had in a
the other
cinema.
guys. Yeah, I saw that cinema. It's brilliant. I remember
Most fun
the
I've had in a cinema.
Meet the Fockers, Meet the Parents, all that sort of stuff. Like
I was
they
too
don't
young probably at
make
that point.
comedies in the cinema to go in the cinema. The Naked Gun. Haven't seen it by the way. It got released a few months ago with Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
Is the first comedy in a long time that went
that's
into
a
the
good point.
cinemas.
It's a comedy. Yeah, yeah.
It went into the cinema, but it didn't do very well. So the
There have
more
been comedies released, but I know of like
go straight to
some
streaming.
well, yeah, some American comedians that have tried releasing a film. Like I know Bert Kreischer, who I'm not a big fan of, but he did do his film. Was it The Bear or something? I can't remember what it was called. But it didn't do very well, and I didn't. When I saw the trailer, I didn't find it particularly interesting myself. But so they have made attempts to almost like not revitalize it, but bring forward names that are known in a comedy space to do it. I mean, it's not the old route of the Eddie Murphy or the Adam Sandler, is it? Where you do a stint on SNL and you get your name around, and then you start
And
starring in comedy films, and you go on from there. That's clearly not the way anymore. And like I say, I think studios just don't want to take the risk.
no, they don't, and it's gone to streaming. Happy Gilmore 2 came out. Did it go to the cinema?
Yeah.
Nope, went straight to Netflix. Then I mean, not that I'm saying I want to see these films. I'm saying like Beverly Hills Cop went straight to Netflix.
I will
Other
say though, I mean, I have this rule with my partner, and we both say that the one thing we won't go to cinema to see predominantly, unless it's something amazing, is a horror or a comedy. Because
I think
other
there's an
people's
element of
reactions can
gamble.
be quite
I
grating,
think
and I don't mean that as a
no,
snob. I
no.
mean generally, it takes me out of it sometimes when someone's laughing hysterically at something that wasn't that funny to me.
I think there's an element of gambling. I think people are more cagey with their wallet nowadays, and so
Yeah.
comedy is a gamble. It is always
Well,
going to be a gamble because
I
it's
mean, when your
subjective.
cinema ticket's 30 quid, I
This is
mean,
the
you
thing. This is the thing. Yeah, this
in
is the
American
thing.
dollars, that's got to be $38 in America. Do you know what I mean? Or something like that for
Easily. Yeah, yeah. No, no, but this
for
is
a
the thing. I think
ticket.
people are more reticent. They want to know what they're going to see straight away. That's why superheroes were doing quite well because people knew what they were going to get when they went there.
Yeah.
Certain genres and action films and dramas, you see the trailer, you sort of know what that film's going to be.
Not
Comedies
even that.
are very much subjective. Horror films always do well in the cinema in terms of making their money back because you know what you're going to get.
I tell you, it's weird, and I don't know if it's just me. Again, let us know in the comments if I'm the only one. If I'm going to pay for see a film, I look at the runtime.
That might
Anything
just,
under two
well,
hours,
it won't just be you.
I'm
There will be a
not going
factor.
to pay
Yeah.
to see a film that's under
I
two
think
hours.
all factors are a factor, especially when consumers are involved and they want to know what they're parting with their money. So there is
Yeah,
a
that's what I
certain
mean. I want to.
serviceable aspect.
I'm paying for an experience for a certain amount of time, and I want to be entertained in it. The worst thing I've seen in the last few years that I absolutely regret, it was probably half comedy, half superhero, was Thor 4.
Oh,
I
God,
walked
yeah.
out of that, and
Which
I
was
was
which
I
was
was
an
so
attempt at a
annoyed with
comedy.
myself for paying the money for it. But it
That
was
was an
Thor
attempt at a
4.
comedy.
Yeah, yeah. But like I
Yeah.
say, I mean, yeah. When it comes to that, I think that's the main reason why. But no, I'm interested in the film, and I do look forward to it kind of coming out. But yeah, I'll wait for it to come on streaming myself. But yeah, I
Okay.
will definitely watch it. I think it looks
Yeah.
good.
I'm gonna go see it at the cinema because I think I want to support comedies in cinema because I think it's something we don't want to get all the pants ones go to streaming. So I think one that's good, and hopefully they've got faith in it, and that's why the power of Jack Black and Paul Rudd getting behind it. I think that's probably gonna. Anyway, didn't think we get into a debate about that, but yeah, it sort of spiraled. But another trailer released. I know you don't give a monkeys about this one. Mandalorian and Grogu. I think
I
I'm
must be
just
the only
speaking.
person
I'm
in the
speaking
world
another
that
language to you at the moment, aren't I?
well, I must be the only person I think that doesn't have an affinity for Baby Grogu. Who cares?
No, I think you're one of the masses, actually. I don't think this
Oh,
film has
really?
got
Okay.
much expectation whatsoever. Star Wars as a brand is
Well, my
in
my
trouble.
my algorithm tells me otherwise because it's
Oh,
constantly
really?
pumping it
Okay.
down my throat and everybody loving Baby Grogu and stuff. Mandalorian as a character, I think is cool. But
Have you
yeah,
seen any Mandalorian
episode 1.
of Series 1?
Yeah,
And did you like it?
years ago. It wasn't enough to keep me watching. Let's put it that
Okay,
way. But
fair enough.
I was slightly intrigued, and then I think I never came back to it. And when I start seeing the Baby Grogu stuff, and I think probably maybe a little bit of brotherly rivalry where you love Baby Grogu so much. I probably like. I don't like it.
He's a baby. He's a baby. How can you hate him?
Is
It's
he?
ridiculous.
Well, he's the
Yes, he's
same
a
size
baby.
as
Well, he's an
Yoda.
infant. He's an infant.
Is he?
Yes.
How big do those things grow?
Well, how big is Yoda?
Exactly. He's well, they're all infants then, is what I'm saying.
Well, he's smaller than Yoda, so therefore, de facto, he's an infant.
I'd need to see them side by side. I don't.
Okay,
so.
we'll arrange that, Dick. But, but yeah, the first. I mean, we talk about Star Wars in general, but the first two series of Mandalorian are. I think they're really good. They're really good. Jon Favreau, I'm a big fan of anyway. That guy makes quality. He makes quality shit. So
That does interest me more. Jon Favreau does.
first two
He
series.
constructs good stories and puts them together, and they're comic accurate or lore accurate, should I say? Usually when
Third
he's involved.
season went off a cliff. Allegedly, there was behind the scenes things going on between Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Kathleen Kennedy interfering. No one's going to actually come out and prove it. I haven't seen any interviews to confirm it, but if you watch the series, it's all over the place. They try and replace, basically, it feels like they try and replace Din, who's the Mandalorian, with a female counterpart. It's Din Jin, Din Djarin. Sorry, Din Djarin is his name. Din Djarin.
He said his name was Ding.
No, it's Din.
What a name for a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Ding.
No,
just got you.
Yeah.
Ding. Got another.
I haven't got any tumbleweed sound effects, but so where was I? The Mandalorian first two seasons, brilliant. Third season went off a cliff. Tried to replace him with Bo-Katan. Nope. Yeah, the whole point of that, the whole appeal of that show is the father-son relationship between Grogu and the Mandalorian. So getting in the way of that, and obviously they've learned their lesson because you see, rather than it being in a series 4, Disney for financial reasons want some money, box office. They're going to put it in the cinema as a film. So that's the reason we've got.
Where's Grogu's mother?
No idea. That's not established. Is it important to the story?
I don't know.
You wouldn't know because you haven't seen it.
No, but you just said the father-son dynamic is important to that. But I'm just saying
because he's an adopted father. The whole point of the show, he's an adopted father.
Oh, he's adopted father. I thought you meant they were literally related.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't watch the show. I'm just. It's just very confusing for someone who doesn't watch the show.
It's really not. It really isn't. We are talking about an 8-year-old show here. It's not like it's just come out of the woodwork.
No, anyway, I've only just recently got back into Star Wars, haven't I? I watched all the sequel 3. And
great segue.
Our other brother.
Yeah, great segue. Because we'll talk about Star Wars in general. The appeal of Star Wars is pretty low. I don't think this has been as low as it is right now. No. Box office projections of this, it's early because it's out next year anyway, but don't seem particularly that they're very high, which is akin to the expectation. We know Ryan Gosling is filming a Starfighter film at the moment with Sean Levy, who directed Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
They're making a Starfighter film. Whatever that's going to look like, act as, no idea. But that's what they're doing now. Not much else coming out of Star Wars other than animated stuff. So it's very on its, I don't say on its knees, but I don't
think
clearly
this
there's not a lot of
film to boost it though.
Well, no, but Jon Favreau was clearly building his own, I don't want to say MCU, but he was building a shared universe of his projects. I mean, Book of Boba Fett really wasn't worth watching other than it being half a season of The Mandalorian at the end.
Yeah.
Again, not to spoil things, but the reuniting of Mandalorian and Grogu happened in that show. And you got Ahsoka over here. You've got something else probably connected to that. And then you've got, not connected to any of the Jon Favreau stuff, you had Andor, which is really good.
Andor's good. I've watched Andor.
Brilliant. Yeah,
I like Andor.
Brilliant. Yeah. So Andor is great. So it's a mess. It's like you have a good project here, you have a good project here, and you've got these middling ones. I mean, Obi-Wan Kenobi we enjoyed. Didn't go down particularly well with other people. Yeah, we liked it very much, but didn't go down very well with other people.
I find that so surprising.
Yeah, and it's bizarre.
It's got to be the what's come out for the newer generation to get used to. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe these older characters don't mean as much if that didn't do very well. I don't know.
There was some backlash with it.
Do you know what surprised me?
Woke.
Actually?
I mean, I didn't like young Leia.
For us, right? We've got a brother that loves Star Wars.
Loves it,
and it's been a struggle to get him to watch that, and we're telling him how good it is.
Yeah.
And he's just like, huh?
Shrug of the shoulders. He shrugs, yeah. He's like, it's fine. I've got my Star Wars. I don't need anything else. He's okay, good, cool, okay, fine. Yeah. So I think that's probably symptomatic of where it is. It's it's cherry picking which projects you go towards. You're not going to watch everything Star Wars related that comes out.
Hasn't I mean, comparing maybe apples and oranges, but certainly within the same studio framework, the MCU's been very much like that for the past
Very
5
much the
years.
same. Pixar, very much the same.
Yeah, it's just been throw as much as we can at the wall, see what
Disney
sticks.
animated films, very much the same.
It's weird.
Disney live action, very much the same. It's a corporate thing. Again, not getting too political, but seemingly there's maybe too many cooks in the broth making decisions at Disney corporate level that's affecting the creative, or the creative's affecting the corporate, one or the other. It's
Mm.
Anyway, what they need is proper people in place who will be able to make, let's be honest, family entertainment. That's basically what we're getting towards here.
Yeah, that's all we want.
Yeah, but that's their stock and trade. That's their brand. That's what the audiences that they have are gearing towards.
When you say family entertainment, are you talking about the traditional family entertainment, like going back to a Snow White or a Beauty and the Beast?
Not that sort of harping back to that. But I mean,
no, but that's sort of start, middle, and end, very frameworked in tradition.
It's audiences trusting Disney again with their content,
rather
than it being political. If it's for children, which is, be honest, family entertainment is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Just leave the politics out. Leave the politics out. Same. There's a theme on this podcast, I think. Just leave the politics out.
We said in episode 1. We
did.
No time
it's not
for
needed.
It.
It's not
just
needed.
Be entertaining. Tell a good story. Have strong performances. Entertain. That is it.
Enough
That's all
politics
I care about.
In every facet of society. Enough. It has its place and it should exist because it's very important, but it's not something that should be in every facet of every pocket of every window of every everything and especially entertainment, which is supposed to be entertaining, hence the name. Just get on with it anyway. We've gone into a mini rant. But yeah, other trailer that I wanted to flag, the Ed Gein story, The Monster. I've been a big fan of this series. It's from the producers of the American Horror Stories, which I like as well.
The Menendez brothers one was fantastic.
Brothers,
so funny, I loved it. Honestly, I was gripped to that, and I didn't even realize how true a story it was. And I watched another documentary afterwards about what actually happened. Found that very much less funny. God rest those parents who passed away. However, yeah, the way the story was told, the way you're looking left and suddenly it shoots right and it's something else. I was really impressed with it. I watched the Dharma one after I watched that one, and again, everyone watched the Dharma one when it came out, but I watched the Dharma one after I'd watched the Menendez one, and I was again really impressed. I liked Ralph Boner's performance in that as well. I know you're not a Ralph Boner fan, but he did very well.
Boner. I love Evan Peters. I hate Ralph Boner.
But no, they're really good. So I'm looking forward to this. Plus, what do you call them? I know in South Park they called it murder porn, but me and my partner, we do like crime documentaries and stuff like that.
True crime stuff.
Yeah, true crime stuff. So I couldn't really what to call it to be fair, but so no, I do look forward to this coming out because I think it'll be a really really good show.
Yeah, I think it's either get a big name actor.
I'm a binge watcher. Honestly.
I mean, it is you can see
the dump on it.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the construction process. They get a big name to star in these things. It's Javier Bardem in the Menendez Brothers one. It was Evan Peters in the Dharma one. And for this one, it's Charlie Hunnam, who Sons of Anarchy and more close to Green Street. Remember that?
The Gentleman?
Yes, although I didn't like that film. But yeah.
I liked that film.
It's fine. It's Guy Ritchie. It's fine.
You're a Disney stan, so you wouldn't understand.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Can't be a bit of British gangster film.
Yeah, I mean, there's not many of them that Guy Ritchie's made. Oh, yes, he's made a lot.
He's made all of them.
Yes, exactly. That's my point. It's a tried and trusted method. Anyway, away from Guy Ritchie, but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think, Charlie Hunnam. The trailer and it looks really good, interesting. I don't know much about the Ed Gein story other than the name. So it'd be interesting to sort of learn. This is what these programs are to me. It's learning about. You've heard them sort of in the cultural zeitgeist, but you don't really know, especially American stuff. We're not familiar with it in the UK.
No.
So, Alien Earth. Let's talk about Alien Earth. Big finale came out today. I've got to be honest. I really wish I hadn't taken for this reason only a sabbatical over the summer because I would have loved to do a episode by episode review, sort of what theorizing what's going on because it's had me almost every week. I think apart from week two, I had I saw the two episode premiere. I loved episode one. Episode two didn't really grab me, and I was a bit like, I'm an hour in after episode two. I was like, I'm not sure about these new life forms. I'm not sure about what's going on here with the synths and stuff. But ever since then, it's had me hooked every week. I really love the storytelling. Visually, it looks amazing. I think visually, um, Noah Hawley directing for the most part. I think most episodes. Um, but yeah, I've dug it. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I've been impressed. I think I've remarked to you before, obviously
Yeah,
privately off air, that I've been impressed with how they've managed to capture the tone and suspense of an alien film across 8 episodes. I'm with you though. When the new creatures were being introduced, I was like, I don't know. I just want to see Alien. But actually, interesting characters and creatures that they've included in there.
yeah.
I mean, is this a spoiler show? Or are we just talking generally about the show?
Yeah, we can do spoilers. It's out today.
Yeah, I mean the ending I'm intrigued by, but also don't understand. That'll be interesting to see where that goes. But generally, as a show, and I'm not a huge Alien fan. I've watched the odd bit of film here. I certainly haven't watched
Mm,
Prometheus or Romulus. But I understand the lore a little bit more because this show has engaged me enough to go, ooh, what does this mean and what does that mean? And looking back and actually trying to get some knowledge. And I did sit down and try and watch the first Alien, which I'm going to
yeah,
try again, but I wasn't in the right mood, if I'm being
it's
honest. So I couldn't get into
it's
it.
so. I find it's weird without sort of trying to poke online critics of it, and these are outlets like Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker really loathe this show, and I really can't understand why. It's one of those things where I'm
I don't
like, I
understand.
genuinely can't understand why. If you're a fan of the original Alien films, which I'm assuming they are, I don't know how you don't watch this show and go, they it's incredibly faithful to that for the first two films, which are the
Mm.
best films as well. I think it sits alongside, not as good as those, but like I certainly I think alongside those in terms of that's the world that the first two films created. We never came to Earth in those first two films. Now, or in any film, sorry. So, yeah. But we never came to Earth apart from in Prometheus. But honestly, the black goo stuff from Prometheus, I think, muddies the timeline anyway.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy with this and the first the first half of Romulus, which I thought was a really great alien film until they start getting into again Prometheus stuff, black goo, the
So
meaning of life.
I'm
The
aware
fact
of
that
those films somewhat, and I don't know if it's true. You've seen them, obviously. You tell me whether
yeah,
this could be true or not.
yeah,
But
yeah.
saw somebody online saying that Kirsch is David.
He- I mean, he doesn't
Is
look
that
like
possible?
David.
I
I
don't
mean,
know how it
he's a
finished with him.
synth, so yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, he's a synth, so yeah. I mean, he has
How
a
good
sort
was
of.
that? Sorry, I'm sidetracking again because I really
That's all
did
right.
enjoy the episode. But how good was that fight between Morrow and Dave Kirsch? Sorry.
Oh, it was awesome. They built that
Yeah.
from episode
Yeah.
one. We knew that was coming, so that I'm glad they delivered on it. I'm
Who
glad
knew
it was
Kirsch
sort
could
of
go in overdrive like that? Was suddenly pulling out some kung fu.
crazy. He broke his back as well. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, no, I thought it was a just finale. I like the fact it ended on sort of a cliffhanger, but then if they ended it all together, then I think it's a good place to end it. I think you never see another Alien Earth, I think it's a complete story in a weird way with a
Mm.
side plot, to be able to branch off into a second series if they get it. But I think all in
I
all,
don't
it
know
had
what's
me
going to happen in
entertained.
the future, but I will make one prediction, and that's the eyeball monster ends up in Boy Cavalier.
Um, Well, it's in. Oh, but that poor bastard, that poor,
Yeah,
that poor
yeah,
scientist. I can't remember his name. God, he got through the ring. He got face hugged. He got chest bursted, and then he has that eye monster
yeah,
pop his eye out. And he was like the sweetest character as well.
yeah. He wanted to
Bizarrely
save the
cruel.
kids.
Very fitting for the alien universe to be punishing someone who's very innocent. But yeah, I really dug it. I thought it was a great show. I'd love to see more of it, especially if Noah Hawley's behind it. I think he's done a really good job. And I was skeptical going into it. I was looking forward to it because Alien TV show is exciting. But yeah, they've really over delivered for me. I really like the characters and the story.
No, I do hope they make a second season, and I really look forward to it.
Mm.
I told you to watch this. I said it's amazing. Have you seen it yet?
I watched it when I was on holiday in America, but yeah, I was really, really blown away. Really great. Yeah, so that was all. Anything you want to bring up, Zook? Anything you want to bring?
Mostly I think just probably what I'll be watching, and I hope to update people next
Oh
week
yeah,
on it.
what
So
are you gonna watch?
I will be catching up on Invasion, which is a series on Apple TV. Absolutely love it. I've watched the first two seasons. When the first season came out, I had to wait, what, 2 and a bit years, maybe 3 years for the second season to come out. But now they've coming out one after another year on year, which is brilliant.
Mm.
But the first season really riveting. I wish you would watch this, Zeke. Absolutely wish you would watch it because it is right up your alley in terms of some of the other discussions we have around UFOs and stuff.
UFOs.
It
Yeah.
it,
Okay.
it absolutely makes like you would get into it, I think. But yeah, no, really look forward to catching up on that. It comes out every Friday at the moment. Really good series. It's just a realistic view of maybe what an alien invasion may or may not look like, in my opinion, compared to I don't know. It's not Mars Attacks, for example. It's a bit more wedded in realism. But
Are you telling me Mars Attacks isn't based on realism? How? What are you saying?
what are you saying? Pierce Brosnan's head in a jar.
Yeah. Head sewn
But
onto a dog's body. Yeah.
yeah. I
What's
can't.
unrealistic about that? What's about giant
It's not
robot
going to
running down
happen.
the street getting
Saying two kids are
thwarted
going to take out the entire alien army by
with country
themselves. Yeah,
music?
yeah.
Yeah. We all know
What are
country
we
music
saying
is
here?
yeah, it's for the
But no,
birds, but
it's
yeah.
a really good series. Recommend it for people. Gotta say, it comes out on Fridays at the moment. I cannot remember how many episodes in they are, but I'm sure it's only been 3 or 4, so
Mhm.
possibly 5 or 6 at the moment. I'm up to 3 or 4. Let's put it that way. And the other thing, well, there's two things. I want to watch Peacemaker, but I'm not 100% where or when at the moment. But
Haven't caught
Gen
up with it.
V
Season 2, yeah. Haven't caught up
season
with
two,
it.
yeah, I see good things about it. It looks
Mm.
good. James Gunn is, I has my full, you know as well as I do. I was very skeptical about James Gunn when he first got
Hmm.
signed by DC, but he has my full and utter trust after watching Superman. And I'm interested to see where the universe goes. Um, so I will try and tune in for that. But equally, you've
Yeah,
got
the next two, well,
Gen
the next three projects on a DC.
gone.
The Green Lantern show,
Yeah,
Supergirl,
yeah.
and Clayface.
Clayface, I'm not so sure about how that'll be like because I don't really know what story you tell with that. But again, let's see what he does. I mean,
And
James Gunn has a
apparently,
style
this
and
is
it's got a
rumor,
bunch of
apparently
colorful characters.
Nightwing has been spotted on set. Someone looking like Nightwing.
No casting of Nightwing announced.
Not that I know of.
It's all about the right casting for me. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. Like I say, he has my trust, so we'll see. We'll see.
Mm.
They are different to Marvel now, which, like we talked about last week,
They very much
is an
are,
improvement
yeah.
on everything. It's got its own little thing going. So, as I say, anyway, I will try and watch Peacemaker. But the other thing I will be tuning in for is was it Gen V? I know you're
Hmm.
not the
I'm
boys
not a
fan
boys
on
fan, no.
Amazon, but what a show! It's coming to an end. Series 5, the finale season is coming up soon. I think it comes out later this year, if I'm correct.
They're the
But
boys.
before that, they've got Gen V, which is obviously
Right.
the superhero school, and you see in the
Okay.
upcoming heroes learn their trade, if you like, and study under the guise of under there. So yeah, be good to catch up with that. I watched series 1. Very
Mm.
good. Especially the final episode. Not to have a spoiler for you,
Hmm.
Zeke. Sorry, confusing the name. But yeah, Homelander showing up at the end. Very good. So interested to see where that
Right.
story's gone. I think they've had 2 episodes out at the moment, but I'll be catching up on those. What about yourself?
Well, I've binge watched Marvel Zombies already. So
Oh, that's
I
out. I didn't
it's
realize that
out.
was
That
out.
came out today. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've done a review. It's on my channel now. I think it's fine. I think
Okay.
it's fine. I seem to be in the minority though, looking online. Everyone seems to be really loving it, but I think it's fine. Look, it's a what if episode of it. It's an extension of
It's
the what if.
animated, isn't it?
It's animated. It's from the what if people.
Yeah.
So and it's an extension of it's a carry on, sorry, of the zombie episode of What If. So it's a follow on of a follow on from an anthology series.
Okay.
It's fine. The I've got quibbles with it in terms of like, you know what? I'd really wish this wasn't the return of Scarlet Witch. Like Wanda wasn't Elizabeth Olsen's Wanda wasn't this wasn't her big comeback. You know, I'd rather they save that, and I'd rather they didn't
Did
like.
she do the voice?
She did do the voice, yeah. She did the voice
Is
for.
any
She's
any
the Queen of the
speaking
Dead.
parts, or is it all?
Yeah, speaking part. No, speaking
Ah,
parts, she's the Queen of the Dead.
ah,
Yeah, she's Queen.
brains.
Yeah, she's Queen of the Dead. Well, that's essentially what she says to a certain extent, but
Okay, so I got it nailed on.
well, more or less. There's more
That has
dialogue
got to be the
into it,
best
but
voiceover job anyone's ever had. Actually, probably got paid a pretty penny just to do those
she's the
voices that
big
I just did for
villain.
free.
But it is, I mean, the problem with What If for me this is going into another mini rant. I can't help it. Is What If for me the animation
Because you're
style?
old.
I know people laud it. For me, it doesn't work, and it doesn't work because you have to work out who is what. It isn't immediately obvious which character you're looking at until you either recognize the voice slightly or they tell you verbatim who it is.
Are you referring to this zombie show particularly, or you mean What If generally?
What if in general, to be honest,
What If generally, I
the animation
disagree.
style doesn't work for me, and
I
I
don't like
know
the
I'm in
animation
again.
style, I will say.
I know I'm
But
in the
but then
minority because
again,
people rave about it, but
but animation style for me as well, though. I wasn't the biggest fan of the X-Men. Was it X-Men
X-Men
97?
'97.
Seven. I didn't quite like the
But the
animation
storytelling
style
was good
either.
in that though, and you
For
knew
me,
you knew which
it was
character
a
was
good
which.
story. Don't get me wrong, it was a good story, but the visuals I wasn't so on
Do you know
board
what?
with. But
Give me that animation style over this. I must be
mm,
honest. At least you know which character's which. You can follow along, and the storytelling was really good in X-Men '97.
mm,
Voice performance, and I mean, there's some famous voices in the Marvel Zombie show that reappear. David Harbour probably is the best one, and Iman Vellani's Miss Marvel. She's probably the lead character of the series, Miss Marvel.
okay. How many episodes are there?
Four.
Oh, it's
They're
short and sharp then.
about 20 minutes each. You could just, I mean, you could
Yeah,
just blitz
yeah,
through it. It's sort of, I don't want to say you switch your brain off, but it's very much sort of like, it's fine, it's fine.
yeah.
It's not the worst What If episode I've ever seen. In fact, I've heard it's doing so well they're going to do a season two, or maybe that's just a press release from the company making it because they're trying to egg Disney into making another one. But it feels like a project that they greenlit during a previous era when they were just churning out anything for Disney Plus. Whereas
Mm.
now I think it's fine. Gimme Werewolf by Night. That was an amazing sort of seasonal show.
I prefer those little hour specials. I mean, do you remember the Guardians Christmas special? That was really good as
They
well.
stopped doing
Um,
them. They stopped doing
yeah,
them. That was
so
the
they
last
they were they
one.
were
They stopped
good.
doing them. Echo
Yeah,
should have been a one-off. But they're doing it. They actually, to be fair, they're making
Echo was a
it.
one-off.
No, it was a five-episode one-off. They should be make. They are making next year the Punisher one-off. So they actually are doing another one.
What? Just
John,
like an hour Punisher special or
yeah, John
something?
Bernthal's writing and directing it. Well, I don't know if he's directing it, but he's writing and making it. He's in the production studio behind it.
He's going to be the most manliest man that ever manned in that. You can tell you, John
Whatever he
Bernthal's
wants
writing
to
it
do,
himself.
whatever he wants to do with the Punisher, just let him do it.
Yeah,
Hey, man,
he
the
embodies
guy's
that
coming.
character. I got to say, just
He
let him
said
cook.
verbatim he didn't want to do anything that wasn't R-rated because of the character. And here he
Yeah.
is doing a bloody Spider-Man film, which is going to be a 12A. So something gave. I think my theory was he was on the set of the Odyssey with Tom Holland, and Tom Holland egged him, talked him into it, and he was like, "Ah, fine, yeah, I'll
Mm.
do a Spider-Man film. That's fine. My kids
I
can
don't
watch
think
it."
I don't see Tom Holland thinking that far ahead. I think he just
Who
yeah
doesn't
does
love
what he
Tom
needs to
Holland?
do.
He's brilliant. He's awesome.
No, he absolutely is. I got a lot of
Yeah.
time for Tom Holland. Never met the bloke,
Okay.
but yeah, he
No,
looks
I
seems
never
like
met the bloke either, but he seems
as actors go, he's normal. So
as
I
public
can
figures
relate.
go. Yeah, he's good. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think that was all I'm going to talk about. Good conversation. Good talk.
yeah. I don't think I've got any more subject matter today, but yeah,
No, all
enjoyed it.
good.
Enjoyed
Yeah.
it like last week. It's good.
So I thought we'd play some game. Well, a game. Well, some sort of a game. That makes sense? Doesn't matter.
Sort of a game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
grammatically sound there.
So
Zeke,
in
let's
my
go.
hand, shut up. In my hand, I have a junior deck of Marvel trivia facts.
As in they're for kids, or as in it's tiny?
A bit of both.
Okay, okay.
But then I have big hands, you know what I mean? So it's we've got the if you can name me, oh sorry, name me. If you can give me a number between 1 and 22,
$22.
that will signify the card that I ask you questions on, and it will relate to a film
22.
in the phases 1 to 3 of Marvel.
22.
Oh, number 22, sorry.
Yeah.
And 1 to 6.
1.
1. Okay. Okay, got your card. Now, these are, like I said, junior, so it will be mildly embarrassing if you get any of these wrong. Just so you know, no pressure.
Cold as ice, mate, over here.
Prolapse.
I'm fine.
Question 1, Zook. How does Doctor Strange prevent the battlefield from flooding in Avengers Endgame?
He casts a wall thing.
A wall thing.
He's got his shield, isn't he? He does a big.
Yeah, I would accept that answer. The answer I've got on the card.
Yeah, I don't know what to call that power. He does the shield thing. I mean,
the answer I've got on the
card orange shield that he casts.
Yeah, well, I'll give you that. The answer that I've got on the card is by creating a twisting column of water. That goes all the way up.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, you were halfway there. I'll give you that.
What, 1 for 1?
Yeah, just about. Well, half. Half out of 1.
1.
All right, okay. Who rescues War Machine, Hulk, and Rocket Raccoon from the destroyed Avengers compound? Cast your mind back. Cast your mind back. Annoying Zook. Cast your mind back.
Hawkeye.
Ant-Man. Or it says here Giant Man, but it's Ant-Man.
Oh.
Hawkeye was getting the gauntlet from the,
he's down there, isn't he?
The Outriders.
For a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't go anywhere near War Machine because they're getting flooded, aren't they? So Ant-Man goes and saves them. Remember he jumps off the pencil?
It just feels like a technicality.
No, it's not technical. You've got the complete opposite character, you div.
No, I don't know. I should see this deck in advance.
So you're half out of 2.
No, I'm 1 out of 2. Even then, I wish there was a judge here I could speak to about this.
It's a shame you're not a sore loser, isn't it? Oh wait, okay. Number 3. Who is sent to return the Infinity Stones to their respective timelines?
Oh, I don't know. Peggy Carter, Captain America, of course.
I mean, am I going to take your first answer? Or are you going to be a smartass?
No, because I was being a smartass. Clearly,
yeah.
Okay. Captain America.
Fine. 1.5 out of 3.
2.
What does Falcon inherit from Old Man Steve Rogers?
Well, it should have been the gauntlet, but he got the shield.
Again, you're going to be smart. I was going to take it for it there. Okay, fine. Yeah.
He was going to give him one thing to make him a powerful Captain America. He should have just given him the gauntlet.
Yeah, these are dead. I'm going to have to buy a more complicated set. Which two Avengers defeat Thanos in different timelines?
Which 2 Avengers?
Yeah.
Repeat the question, sorry. Which 2 Avengers defeat Thanos in different timelines?
Which 2 Avengers defeat Thanos in different timelines?
So, is it a trick question where it's the 2 that appear in the Multiverse of Madness as well as the current
No,
timeline?
it's actually this answer is all about Endgame. So it's actually Thanos is killed twice in Endgame. Who did it both times?
Oh, were you talking about what, Thor and Iron Man?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, it is okay. Okay.
Because Thor chops his head off, and then Iron Man does a snap.
Yeah, and they're there at both times.
Yeah. So there you go. So, was it 2.5 out of 3? 2.5 out of 5? No, you got the shield one as well. So 3.5 out of 5.
That 5 questions?
Thought that's 5. Yeah, 3.5 out of 5 for a junior deck. It's pretty poor. I've got to be honest with you. I was expecting better from you. Well, I think you need to get your Disney Plus license back up. You cancelled it because of Jimmy Kimmel got suspended, didn't you?
Why would I cancel that? That's where I get my American Dad from.
What a prick. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a like or subscribe on the YouTube channel, Zekeism. Otherwise, you can find us on Apple, Spotify, and any other places you get your podcasts. Thank you. See you next week.